What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, a.k.a. Yves Saint Croissant. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. Please like and subscribe to the channel, leave comments, share the video. As, you know, I do more than just this, talk a little shit on here. You know, we do sports betting as well. We'll have some action for that this weekend. All right. Yeah, especially with, dude hit a home run parlay that got 1 million off of $31. That's lottery money. That's why I don't do parlays, but that's why you do them, because that type of shit can happen. That's basically lottery money, though. That's why we go, individuals. But I digress, because we want to talk about, I don't know who Vlad done pissed off. DJ Vlad. VladTV, I don't know who he pissed off or what kind of karma he's under, or if karma is even real for that matter, but I don't know what type of karma he's under. But goddamn, 2 regular guests in a month have had a public fallout with him. Why that's the thing, this internet age, this social media age, everybody has to be a victim. We can't just go our separate ways. Somebody has to be doing you shitty. You know what I'm saying? Now, and Vlad makes it worse when he goes off and comes back. I mean, I thought it was a joke. Ari Spears is funny like that. To do some spoof shit, some parody shit. I thought him and Vlad were parodying Vlad and Boosie. Because I could tell, it was obvious that the Boosie and Vlad shit was real, because Boosie hadn't been on the show in, we found out 7 months. So we hadn't heard from him in a while. And so Boosie, for those of y'all who don't know, DJ Vlad, a white guy, a white Russian immigrant, who was, subjected into hip-hop very early, in the very early stages of hip-hop. So he's been around. We can't front on that. He's not like some Johnny-come-lately. He was a DJ back in the day, and he's the first guy that he really started this shit, these internet interviews, doing, internet interviews, especially about hip-hop. He was one of the first ones to do it in the hip-hop space, and carved his own lane. And like it or not, culture vulture or not, call him what you want, the dude carved his own niche, made, significant money, millions over the last, I don't know how many years it's been, 15, 20. And when the history of rap is written, you'll have to give him at least a good paragraph or a good page, whether you like it or not, just because of, of that, and, you want to add the culture vulture shit into it as well, that's fine. But just from the hip hop video shit, you got to respect it. And Boosie is a southern rapper, a rapper from Louisiana. And, he's wild, untamed, unhinged at times. And he's got that southern drawl, and very strong southern drawl and twang. So, dude, he makes for an interesting video every time, especially if it's a subject that he's feels strong about. And so over the years, they've been rocking together, getting all the money, blah, blah, blah. And, Boosie's getting all these views, and Vlad was paying him. Apparently with $25,000 or so. As they got, as they started getting more views, up to $25,000. Boosie asked for more. Vlad told him he couldn't do it. Situation's over there. Nobody even had to go public with it. But actually, I believe Boosie went public with it first. Then Vlad came in, told his side of the story and broke it down, saying that hey, I don't, it doesn't warrant that, I'm not going to make any money off of it, blah, blah, blah. this, that, and the third. And so that was that. And no more than 2 weeks later, now we have comedian Aries Spears in a tiff with Vlad over the same thing, wanting more money. And it's like, damn. And now Vlad came back at him. The shit he was saying was so wild, I thought it was a joke. I thought they were parodying Boosie. He said shit like, yeah, Aries always needed makeup. He was very rude to my staff. He always had to have a towel on his lap. Like, what? I'm like, this is a joke, right? The towel shit was so weird. Like, this is obviously a joke. I'm not even taking it serious. Wake up this morning and find out it's very serious. These motherfuckers, Vlad, Aries came back with another video, because I saw it over the weekend. Like, Aries Spears said something about Vlad, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And like I said, I thought it was a parody video. I didn't even watch it. It's like, because I thought they were trying to, being goofy about the Boosie situation. Because I know Aries is a fan of Boosie, the Vlad interview. I know he's not a fan of his music. Just because, like I've always said about Aries, the dude has talent. He's not bigger because he lost the birth certificate lottery. He's a generation or two too late. If he's in a generation or two before, he's a New York comedian and he blows the fuck up. I'm not saying he becomes Eddie Murphy or Martin Lawrence, but he's way bigger than where he is now. Trust me. Because the dude has them impersonations that he does, the ones he does are spot on. So yeah, but it's like, yeah, we can't just, separate business and walk away. We got to do these punk ass videos about this shit, showing how much of a victim you are. Vlad, you don't always need to respond. Just say, hey, yeah, we won't be doing business anymore. Let them have their moment and say what they got to say and all that shit, I mean, because Aries Spears called Vlad a narcissist. I can see, I've never met Vlad, but I can see that. Because look what he did in the hip-hop space. You see how he came up, how he became VladTV, DJ Vlad, blah, blah, blah. He did that. And so he going to be feeling himself a little bit. Self-made millionaire, all that shit. He gonna be feeling himself. All that shit rappers talk about, be a self-made, this and that. He did it. Now, I know, like, one channel calls him a nigga needer and all this and that, all that. Yeah, we all need somebody. I mean, hell, you need Vlad. So you can react to the shit he talk about with niggas. So, like, it's all circular. Everybody feeding off each other. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Vlad, like, he has public issues with everybody. Boosie, fucking Aries Spears, Marlon Wayans. Vlad just has, like I said, I see why he is who he is and why he does what he does, and I can see him being a narcissist. But like I said, I respect that. I get it. But dude needs to chill. Like, you don't have to respond to every damn thing and go at everything so aggressively. Sometimes just walk away like it ain't worth it. You've said that to many guests on your show about walking away. Leaving it alone, to all the drug dealers, to the motherfucking Gravano, Sammy the Bull, Salvatore Gravano, about walking away. Mikey Francese, walking away. You talk about walking away to all these criminal guests, but you never walk away. You got nothing to say to Vlad or Aries Spears. Hey, man, business don't work out anymore. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Now, luckily, D.L. Hughley is well established in his lane. Otherwise, he might be asking for more. If you start asking for more, then your channel's kind of, be going in another direction here soon. But yeah, but y'all tell me what you think. Does, first of all, when the history of hip hop is written, does Vlad deserve at least a page, if not almost a chapter, or half a chapter? Does he need to learn to walk away from this shit? Quit getting in public beefs with people? Or is he entitled to tell his side of the story publicly? If everybody else wants to air it out, why can't he? These questions and more will be answered on the next episode of Soap. Holler at you this weekend with some sports betting information. But until then, stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe, and you can catch, me giving you flows like this. But until then, everybody be safe. Holla.